I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. True colors. True colors are
beautiful.
I was waiting for what Andy was going to do because he's just staring at us the whole time.
Guys, welcome to Real Awkward. My name's Andy.
I'm Amanda. I'm Ashley.
We are here to melt your ears. Here's for ears. Or yours, your ears are here's now. Have you guys clicked on the thumbnail or you checked it out on the Spotify /Apple /wherever you find your podcasts? We are talking about title still to be determined, but the science of colors.
The what of colors?
Science?
Sure, yeah.
What did you call it?
Psychology of colors?
Oh, that one sounds more
right.
fancy. So psychology of color. So most people are like boring, but it's not boring, right?
We'll call it something cool.
Because Ash did some...
We'll grab you, hook, line, and sinker, and then we'll feed you this science crap.
Ooh, this is an interesting topic. Science crap.
Hey, kids, I got a Snickers bar. Come on over. All right, show me those peanuts.
You know, if you
Here's
really
some
break down a
science.
Snickers, it's not a peanut at every bite.
Okay, so talk to Amanda and I. Give us some science. Learn us something.
Okay, so we're going to talk about auras.
Oh
No, we're not really.
Oh, thank God.
That's not in my.
Aura.
It's not in my notes.
I had a client once tell me like, your aura is like a rainbow, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
Okay, I have to.
And I was like, is it like a moon?
Are you going to
ring?
interrupt and tell us a story about your
Yes.
sister?
Okay, I have to do this before we get started.
Okay.
And listeners, hopefully you find this funny. If my sister's listening, I'm sorry that I spilled the beans. I think this is hilarious. So, she is at Walmart getting groceries with relatively new boyfriend. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, they're shopping, and a lady walks up to my sister, and my sister's from Vegas. She walks up to my sister, and she goes, "Hey, I'm getting a very interesting, feeling from you. And so if you don't mind, I'd like to do a reading for you. I'm a psychic, and I'm just getting this powerful response from you right now, and I'd really like to dive into that." And my sister's just like hook, line, and sinker. She's like, "Let's do this."
Yeah.
And so Jen's in the middle of, toilet paper aisle, getting her reading done at this
Sure.
lady at Walmart.
Looking
and
at tampons.
Yeah, and the lady's like, she's like, I gotta dive deep into this for you. But, this is how I make my living. So $40 and I can do this reading for you right now. Jen's like, "All right, let me go get my purse." So Jen's shopping with her boyfriend. She bounces. She just pieces out. He's like, where did you go? You just left. She went and got $40, ran back in, had the reading done. He's standing around.
Well, the lady said, you have to be by yourself.
Yeah, I need you by yourself. So
I can murder you.
yeah, so
In the toilet paper aisle at Walmart.
Yeah. So sis is talking to this lady, and she's just like, "You need to leave now. We're doing something important here." So he's just like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And he finds out later. So this lady starts up, and she's got this pre-rehearsed thing she always says to people. And in the middle of it, at one point, she's asking Jen's profession and other things. And Jen just it hits her. It all hits her. She's like, "Oh my God, I got scammed. I got scammed."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "Yeah, you did." And she's like, "Meanwhile, my boyfriend's trying to tell me get away from this lady. What are you doing?" She's like, "No, you don't understand. I need to be
aura.
read. I need this is my aura. I need to be read my stuff right now." And so anyway, he follows this lady around a little bit because after he figured out what was going on, and Jen's like, "God, I just got scammed $40 from this lady." So this lady's rolling through Walmart, throwing stuff in the cart, opening it up, eating it right there in the store.
Oh my God.
Just everything, right? And she just leaves it in the cart and then just bounces. And then
Crazy person.
And they can hear her from other aisles say, "Hey, you have a really strong aura coming from you. Can I please give you a reading?" She's just doing it down every aisle.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
God.
Literally how
yeah.
she makes her living.
And my sister was just like, "God, I'm so dumb." But she was
But
just
Jen's so positive about it.
Yeah.
She's just like, "But I learned. I
Yeah.
learned a lesson."
Yeah, she's like,
well,
"That's the thing."
And honestly, if that lady makes $40 a night, That's $40.
And I was like, she did her job.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what she intended to do, and she did it.
Sure did.
I think the funniest part though is just my sister. She has such a good heart. She sees the good in everyone, and so in her eyes, she's like, "No, wait, not a scam. Legit psychic, hanging out in Walmart,
Wants to talk to me.
hanging out next to the pies. What's going on?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Anyway,
Next to the pies.
okay, Walmart.
Okay, Walmart.
So anyway, I'm sorry to take this over. That was my fun story.
It's
So guys, be careful in Walmart. If any psychics come up to you and say they really
Walmart only.
They wanna
Be
know.
careful in only Walmart. If someone in like an Aldi or like a Publix comes up to you and is like, "Hey, I want to read your aura,"
all good. Thumbs up from Amanda.
Safeway, Hagen. I mean, I would trust a Hagen lady.
It's fine.
Hagen's expensive.
Hey, are you gonna buy these zucchinis? No, I'm not. Well, I'd love to talk to you about your aura right
I want to
now.
read your aura.
I want
Come back to me. Come back to my van with me.
your daughters have beautiful hair. Okay, so Ash, talk to us about the colors and
Well,
psychological stuff.
First, I want to pre-apologize to our listeners.
Oh yes.
For any time I have to do something informative because I'm real awkward.
Hey, it's the name of the show. Stop.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
God, you've been waiting to use that.
Barbara Brown.
Okay,
Barbara Brown. Sorry, I'm done.
Well,
always
we're never
happens to me.
we're
I'm
never
done, sorry.
gonna get through this episode. Ash worked really hard researching. I'm so
I
sorry.
tried.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm ready. Mm-hmm. You have my full attention.
So we're going to talk about the psychology of color. Basically, what different colors do to your brain and your feelings and your moods and behaviors, etc. Okay. So there's not a lot of research on this because most of the evidence is anecdotal, right? There's no like brain science behind this. It's
Okay.
literally like, this is what this made me feel, etc. And we've kind of just run with that.
Okay,
But it's
that makes
really
sense.
heavy in like marketing and, marketing.
Sure.
Okay.
And like,
Got it.
like home decor and like,
Oh, yeah.
just like our
Feng
choices,
shui.
like when we
Feng
buy
shui.
clothing or cars or stuff like that, like the colors do something to us.
The colors of the rainbow.
So as kind of a disclaimer, we first have to understand that colors in different cultures can mean different things.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind that like these colors might not represent the same thing in all cultures. Like
Sure.
white in some cultures is very innocent and pure, and then white in some cultures is like mourning.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
So-
right. So they it
So
would
just
mean different
understand
things.
that.
So is this all over the place or is this like Western culture for the most part?
This is going to be Western culture.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
There you
and,
go.
and a lot of it is the same. It's just there are those idiosyncrasies where it's like, okay, this one's not quite the same.
Yes.
Anyway, so basic science, there's two sides of the color spectrum. There's the warm colors, which are red, orange, yellow spectrum. They can evoke feelings anywhere from warmth to anger. The cool colors, blue, green, purple, can evoke anything from like calmness to sadness. So we've
Right.
got those two sides. So that's kind of the two like schools of color that we can pull from.
It's going through my head just what is that Pixar movie about feelings?
Inside Out.
Yeah, and they're those
Yeah,
colors,
they
right?
are, you're right.
Because
Yes.
anger is red and joy's blue, right? Or she's
I've
No,
never watched
sadness is blue. Joy is
like indigo or something or
green.
green. Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't seen Inside Out?
it. No, it looks stupid.
Oh,
What
it-
if feelings have feelings?
It's number
no,
one. Not
it's
stupid.
good. It's good.
It's not stupid. It's not.
When have I ever been good with feelings?
That's fair.
That,
That's why I don't
okay.
want to watch that movie.
That's fair. Move along.
You don't want to feel feelings. It's
I
cool.
sure don't.
Okay, go ahead.
So, sorry if I jump
I watched
around.
Up. That's
Yeah.
all I gave. That's all.
I
Up
watched
is
it.
terrible,
I bawled the first 10 minutes.
So did everyone
It
else.
ruined me.
So did the rest of America.
and then that was the extent of the good parts of the movie.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, this is boring.
Yes.
Then I moved on with my life.
R.I.P. Ed Asner.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when using colors in marketing specifically, they have to really think about. What did Andy just cross his eyes at?
It's me. I made noise.
No, she was doing a thumpity thump, thumpity thump, thump.
what-
Look at Amanda go.
Who their target audience is and what does that audience want?
Oh, sure. Of
Right.
course. Yeah, because you gotta hit that spectrum.
Right. So let's just jump right into the colors.
Ooh, I like it.
Let's just do it. So we're going to start with red. Okay. Red is the most intense color on the spectrum.
Yes.
In marketing, don't want to use it too heavily because it's so intense. It can start to evoke negative emotions or be overwhelming. So it's best to use it like to call out, specific things that you want to draw attention to.
That makes sense. That's how I feel when I see that type of stuff too, like a big bold red thing. I'm like, I did something wrong.
So red can evoke energy, excitement, passion, action, danger. It exudes confidence. So if you were gonna buy a red car or wear a red sweater, what you're wanting to portray is confidence. Sorry, Andy's making funny faces again.
No, I was going to say, I have a red gi.
I have a red gi.
I have a
Ken
red gi.
really wants you to know that he's confident
I have a red gi.
in martial art.
Damn right,
he
he's
wears
got
a
a red gi.
right?
I have a red gi.
So what are some brands that use red?
See, I was thinking about Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
They're white, though, with a red background.
Sure, but you
What?
can't use white without using another color.
Yeah.
This is very true. Our logo is only white. What is it? You figure it out.
Keeping in mind what red is trying to portray,
Right.
certain brands include Netflix,
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Target,
Yep.
Nintendo.
Good old
Oh,
Target.
See, Nintendo's a big one, and that's been since like the early 80s. No, I mean, they've had their logo for a long time, but like recognizable like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like, action probably
Yeah.
is what they're trying to
Action.
portray.
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah.
Oh,
YouTube. I don't even
yeah.
think
YouTube
about these.
Is red.
Yeah. Kmart.
Okay, that didn't work
That
for them.
portrays action.
They were like
Excitement, passion.
Kmart.
Kmart went way too intense because they moved to Big K.
Yeah,
and it was
Big
like
K.
yeah, and it was like, oh, that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Man, I popped real bad there. Pop, 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 pop. Big K.
Big K.
Sure, whatever.
Others I have Lego, CNN, Ace Hardware, Canon,
Ace.
Exxon.
That's right. Ace is the place with the help for hardware folk.
Wow.
Except you guys got mousetraps that were fucked up and
It's
said
came
four,
with-
but you got three.
To be it,
and two of them broke.
Yeah.
Ace is the place where you get jip.
On mousetraps.
Okay, so if we're going
Okay.
down the spectrum,
Yeah.
the next color you would see is orange.
Orangey.
Orange is a mix of red and yellow. Right?
Orange.
So it's got that energy of red, but yellow brings positivity.
Okay, that makes sense.
So orange evokes friendliness, comfort, motivation, fun, just kind of lightheartedness,
Okay,
right?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Um,
I'm racking my brain on like orange logos, and I can only think of one. I think it's
there's
Nike.
not a lot.
I think Nike was orange, right?
Nike is orange, and
I
that's
think it
actually
is.
not.
The swoop. The swoop was orange for a long time, right?
I feel like I have Nike somewhere else on my list.
But Nike's
Nike's boxes are
their
orange.
boxes are orange. You're
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
Nickelodeon,
Oh, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fanta, and Crush.
I was going to say, I think soda.
Which they're both orange flavored, so I don't know how
Yeah.
you would have some branding without.
You wouldn't, but I think in that case it makes sense because it can be like, it's very sharp. Like an orange taste
Yeah.
is very sharp.
But if
the
you change the
citrusy.
flavor of Fanta, it changes the color of the can.
That's true.
So I
Yeah.
don't know if that really applies here. And then MasterCard was another one that I had on the list.
Oh, that's right. Everywhere you want to be.
Which I don't know if that's kind of a comfort.
Well, I know FedEx isn't FedEx
Oh.
like.
It's half orange, half purple.
I was going to say, it's
Yeah.
purple or blue.
So
Yeah.
they come in strong and they're like, and then we'll just ease into it. And we never deliver your packages on time.
They sure don't.
They got lazy at the end of the logo. I don't know.
So the next color on the spectrum is yellow, which I kind of touched on with orange, is that it evokes positivity.
Okay.
It's very visible. So again, like red, you don't want to overuse it.
Yeah, I feel like yellow's very standout. If someone uses yellow, it's
Yellow,
a dark background.
it actually inspires people to treat themselves.
Interesting.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. So, but if you go too much yellow, it can actually evoke negative associations, because if you think of like danger signs are yellow.
Yeah. Caution
and-
tape.
And actually,
yeah,
because
right.
yellow is such an intense color, it can actually make people anxious.
I can see that.
So
I
you
can see
want to
that.
use just pieces
Yeah.
of yellow and not like full yellow, because it's going to make people go like too much, and they get anxious.
So I'm thinking of anything yellow right now. Only thing that's coming to my head because we recently ate them was just M&M's bag, a peanut
Well, that's
M&M
peanut,
bag.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yellow can evoke happiness, optimism, positivity, summer, or warnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Nikon. So you said Canon for red. Nikon is yellow.
Is it?
Yeah, and they're the two competing
Is
camera
it yellow?
bands. Yeah.
Is it black and
I thought it
yellow?
was white.
No, I'm pretty sure yellow is their main their main
Sure,
color.
you're not thinking of Nokia?
No, Nokia wasn't ever. I don't remember what Nokia
It's on my
was.
list. Under yellow.
No, I don't really know. I researched Andy, and it's right
So
there.
I actually found with a lot of these lists of like the brands is that you'll see a lot of similar industries using the same color. So like McDonald's
yeah.
and Sonic
Oh.
and Denny's
Yes.
all
you're
use
right.
Oh.
and
You're
Subway.
right. They are yellow.
Best Buy, Sprint, Nokia, they all use yellow.
It's
I
all
didn't even
yellow.
think about Sprint.
Right?
Sprint's whole thing was that they were yellow.
Yeah, yellow and black,
Yeah.
right? Bumblebees.
Wow.
I find it interesting that all of the cell phone carriers have different colors. So they're all trying to like evoke a different emotion.
Yeah.
Like Verizon's
Well,
red,
T-Mobile
T-Mobile's
trademarked magenta.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because there was AT&T is blue.
It was blue.
but before it was singular and it was orange.
Yes.
And wasn't there one that was green?
Go wireless.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was one that was green.
Yeah.
like Go Mobile or something. Mint, not Mint.
Boost
well,
Mobile or
Boost
whatever
Mobile.
the.
I think Mint Mobile is green. Ryan.
I've never heard of that.
Not Ryan. Wait, what's his name?
Couldn't tell you.
Who's Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you. Ryan Reynolds. He owns Mint Mobile. I think it's green. Makes sense because it's Mint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would assume so.
Well, when I think of McDonald's, I don't sorry to
you're
interrupt
fine.
you, but when I think of McDonald's, I guess you
I
would
think red
of
and yellow.
Yeah, for some reason red comes to mind a lot more because that's the packaging seems to have more red on it
Yeah.
than yellow, even though the M, which is the most iconic thing, is
yellow.
full yellow.
Yeah.
And then I thought of Wendy's too, which is red, right? Just red and white.
Yeah. Red and white.
Yeah, I think it used to have yellow though.
Their packaging used to be yellow with cups
Yep.
and stuff.
So
used
what
to
they're
be
probably trying to push is like the happiness because they serve smiles, right? So that's what we're trying to get at with
I
yellow.
get it.
But then action with the red. So it's fast food with a smile.
See, I always thought, and did you? I don't know if you touch on this, but when I did a little research on this years ago, red and yellow made people want to leave sooner. So,
Right.
like the fast food restaurants would put, and I don't know if you researched that, but they would make their stuff inside
Actually,
unbearable and not calm. So
that is a point.
Yeah.
I actually have a note here that yellow stimulates your appetite.
Interesting.
so it makes you hungry.
So it's really good for food stores and for restaurants.
So it makes you
but
hungry.
not too much of it because you have too much of it, you get anxious.
Yes, and then you're like, I got to get out of here. So
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense. From
yeah.
So look at that, man. Learning all the psychology.
Also, fun fact: yellow is the first color that babies react to.
Oh,
Interesting.
why?
It's the most stimulating.
I mean, I guess sure that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What would babies see that would be yellow right away?
something yellow.
When you think of baby toy, Amanda's hair. Just
That's
at her
true. Babies
highlighter
like
hair.
Amanda's hair.
They do like my hair. And it's also a contrast.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Are a lot of baby toys yellow?
I don't feel. I mean, you do see a lot of primary colors, so I
Yeah.
guess yellow's
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, so yellow, blue, and red, right?
But-
So, like those things. Would
I
be in
feel
there.
like a lot of baby toys are just kind of like slightly pastel versions of colors. Like,
I feel like yellow
Sometimes.
gets a bad rap.
But, like-
I feel like blue and red are like, we own this
Yeah.
town, and yellow's like, hey guys, I'm still here. Then you realize without yellow, you wouldn't have all these awesome colors.
Yeah.
Primary colors. So if you were to buy something yellow or wear something yellow or have a car, you're trying to portray that you're happy or a risk taker.
Yeah, and not a lot of people have yellow
people don't-
cars.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very
Definitely
true.
stand out if you've got a yellow car. Yeah. So next on the spectrum, green.
Oh, we're in a test. We're in a test.
I was about to be
Amanda.
like,
I was
yo,
testing
follow
you.
the rainbow.
You didn't talk, so I figured I would just.
well,
roll
I'm
it
sorry,
in.
you're not going Roy G. Biv here.
She literally
No.
just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Did you?
Red, orange, yellow, green.
Oh, you are going Roy G. Biv. My bad.
I was about to be like, dude.
dude.
So green signifies nature, growth, and health.
I'm not
it's
surprised
really
by
good for like health and fitness brands.
yeah.
But it can also be associated with money
Yes.
and generosity.
Yes.
It evokes balance, harmony, rest, peace, wealth, but also envy and materialism.
Money Tree, the cash solution, is
Right.
green and
Yeah.
yellow.
It would have to be green. I feel like any
Money tree, brown.
type of money situation that isn't green is like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But then again, that's USA culture.
But-
Everybody else's money isn't just
Fair.
greenbacks.
Tell me a
Yeah.
bank that has a green logo.
Washington Mutual.
Nope. They
Whit-
don't exist anymore, by the way.
Whidbey Island Bank.
Right? Can't name People's
don't know.
Bank. People's Bank might be green.
No.
I was
No?
gonna say U.S. Bank is blue. Bank of America, I think, is red.
Red, white, and blue.
Blue and red. Yeah.
Wells Fargo is like red and yellow.
Red and yellow.
It was.
BCU is like maroon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
You're right. There's
Yeah.
not a lot
They're
of
not green, which is
Yeah.
funny because that's the one that's like money.
Interesting.
But that makes sense because maybe they don't want to
But
associate
I think-
themselves with money.
I will get to blue. So a lot of those have blue in them.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So if you were to buy something green, I don't know what that means. It's not on the list.
Okay.
Anyway, so can you think of some brands that have green? Because this one I feel like surprises me, knowing that it has a lot to do with nature and health. And
Yeah. Starbucks.
Starbucks is green.
That's the biggest one that
right.
comes up.
So that makes me curious what they're trying to evoke.
I would assume quality of life, like
I
that
think
type
like
of
Is it
stuff.
down to
nature?
earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Dang, I'm trying to think. What's green? I feel like a lot of hunting stores have like a green
Well,
logo.
Subway's green with yellow.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be like more natural,
Yeah.
like, fresh. So we got Whole Foods,
Oh, that's right.
Fucking Whole Foods.
John Deere,
Oh, of course.
Oh, right.
That would be weird if it was a different color.
It's
Yeah,
green with a
yeah.
little bit of yellow.
Holiday Inn,
I just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Land Rover, which
It's
I think is
green?
more on the money. No, well, that's more
It
like
could
the
be money,
nature
but I
because
think
it's supposed to be like an
Take it up to the mountains.
yeah. Take
Yeah.
your wealthy ass SUV
Straight
up to
up
the
They're
to
mountain.
the
so
mountain.
expensive.
Heineken,
Oh.
Oh,
Spotify,
Oh, right, idiot.
and the last one I have is Animal Planet.
that makes sense.
Yeah, which
that
totally makes sense. Yeah.
It has planet in the name.
Right.
Interesting.
Spotify, by the way, make sure to put us up on your Spotify.
Yeah.
I must listen every Tuesday.
Also, Mountain Dew.
Yeah, because
And-
the mountains.
And what's that? Oh, I was going to say that's what it's from.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say to the Mountain Dew people, why does your can...
I thought you were just saying why.
No, first of all,
Why?
Mountain Dew, I love you. Second of all, I hate that they got rid of actually spelling out the word mountain on the can.
You don't-
It's MTN Dew.
You don't
That is ridiculous.
You don't like Mitten Dew?
That's like it's being OMG, MTN Dew. I hate it.
But I think what it is trying to make the word do bigger.
Yeah.
Because that's what people know what you do, the do.
It's weird
hate
though
it.
because so mountain is green and then the dew is red.
Red.
So it's like
It stands out from
it's
the can.
like we're adventurous, but also 60% of the time, every
Works
time.
every time.
So green can it can also have a calming effect because there's less eye strain. It's one of those cooler colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
that makes
It
a
can
lot
also
of sense.
lower your blood pressure.
That's why I'm a Ninja Turtles fan.
That must be it. Except
That's
you're the
it.
red Ninja Turtle fan, so you're kind of
Yeah, I fight those two.
right.
things.
So very similar with blue.
Okay, yep.
Blue is commonly associated with water. So if I were to ask you, like, close your eyes and picture something blue,
Aquafina.
I don't mean a brand,
Oh.
just something blue.
Yeah, the Earth.
Earth.
The Earth is not blue. But,
Welcome to
I mean,
Earth.
Most of it. It's
Water,
called
the
the
sky.
blue ball for a reason.
So anyway, it's calm and peaceful, but if you go onto the other end of the spectrum, it can evoke depression. And distance.
Yeah, because I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, sadness.
Yeah.
In Inside Out.
Yes.
So it evokes harmony, stability, professionalism, reliability, which I think is a big one for branding.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also coldness. It can be very cold.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's true. It doesn't give a warming feeling
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah. So can you think of any brands that are? I mean, you said Aquafina.
Yeah, easy. Water brands, almost
Pepsi.
all of them. Pepsi.
There are a lot of blue brands.
Yeah.
And again, I find that a lot of similar industries have
blue.
blue.
See, we already talked about restaurants, and I feel like a lot of them don't go blue.
No,
a lot
they
of them.
don't.
You know what goes blue? Sushi restaurants. I see a
that's
lot
fair.
of blue when it's sushi restaurants, which to me is more like it's raw.
I was gonna say fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh.
Ocean.
Yeah,
and
right.
it's eating sushi is a calming experience.
Yeah.
It's you take your time and yeah.
I was gonna say I think when I think of like fast food or just restaurants in general, I think red.
Yes, Red
Yeah.
Robin.
Well, like
Yum.
Five Guys, McDonald's.
Right.
Like,
they want that
Pizza
energy.
Hut.
Like you're excited about the food.
Meanwhile, Taco Bell's rocking a purple.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I messed it up. It
Taco Bell
probably
didn't
was-
used to be purple though.
No, it was red.
It was
and yellow.
originally
Yeah.
they had
It was like red, yellow, brown, and green.
Yes,
Well,
I was
because
gonna
it
say
was
that
a
was
yellow
green.
bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Pepsi.
Yes,
Right.
but I know it's blue, but it is blue and red. Their actual logo.
Yeah.
Well, then Best Buy is blue
but their box
with
is blue.
yellow.
The can's blue.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Doritos.
So GM,
Depending on the flavor.
Ford, those are blue. We've got HP, Intel, IBM,
Oh, so tech companies
GE.
go blue, huh?
Yeah.
Visa, Amex. So like, and
Oh,
then
American Express
Bank
is
of America, Chase Bank. So like all of these like financial institutions,
Yeah.
they want you to feel reliability.
I was gonna say they
Yeah.
reliable.
Oh.
So
over
that's
money.
why they're not the green; they're the blue because they want you to feel comfortable putting your money in their bank.
That
Yeah.
makes
Right?
sense. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to go to the guy that's like, "Hey, welcome to the money place where I can take your
Right.
money."
You're not
I
gonna
keep your money in my pocket.
You're not going to take your money to Money Tree and expect them to hold on to it,
no,
right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
No.
Also, Facebook.
Oh, which
You
they
mean
had
Meta?
To, yeah, I was gonna say they had to rebrand.
Yeah,
that
which
shit.
they're still blue. Meta's
they are
blue.
still blue.
Yeah.
They are still blue. Never mind. What's Instagram? That's purple.
Like a
isn't it?
rainbow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a pink.
And Twitter's blue,
Twitter's blue. Yeah,
and something else.
and Skype is blue.
Skype is blue.
So like social sites, and then a lot of like the car brands and tech.
Like, wait, is Honda red for the most part, or is it just black?
Honda's blue.
It is blue.
It's blue with a white H.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Right.
okay, so we'll go to purple.
Sorry, I didn't
Wait.
mean to skip that. but
Wait.
purple nurple.
So blue. If you buy something blue, you want to exude that you're dependable and trustworthy.
Fair. I'm with it.
Andy does a lot of blue. You got a blue truck. Does that mean you're an approachable guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my logo for Pac-Man case, I've changed it all over the place though. Like, it's orange for my face logo, but then the Pac Rat is very like cool colors. And then the logo I've played with back and forth, but I tend to go like red, white, and blue. So I don't know what that means.
So for yellow, right, friendliness
Yeah. Right.
and calming.
Right.
Like, I'm your chum, but I have energy.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Pew,
So that makes
pew.
sense. That
Finger
makes sense.
guns,
I think your
Finger
marketing's
guns.
like your brand is on point.
Okay. I like it.
Next in spectrum is purple.
Purple.
Purple's very rare in nature.
Yeah.
And if you notice, the ones that I feel like are most used are actually like nature, like colors you find naturally in nature most often. So green is common and blue is common.
Sure.
Purple is not common, so it's actually thought of to be more mystical and spiritual.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. A lot of things are that way.
It also
Yep.
symbolizes royalty and wealth, but it borders right on the edge of arrogant.
Oh,
So
see,
you
yeah,
don't
you're right.
see purple a lot because people either love it or they hate it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That's
yeah,
fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it evokes power, wisdom, creativity. Actually, purple is supposed to like encourage creativity, luxury, mystery, but also arrogance.
Well, that's why the purple mattress is purple.
Luxury
So if you think
and
of,
mystery.
if you think
And
of,
it's called purple. Okay, sorry. Go
so if you
ahead.
think of purple similar to orange, where it was a mix of red and yellow, purple is a mix of red and blue.
Right,
So you're
okay.
getting that the action plus the calming effect, and that's where you get the creativity.
Makes sense.
I am not stumped by any of these. These absolutely make sense. to
Right?
me.
They all make sense once you
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
like,
like
wow.
this is a topic when I was going through this. I'm like, this is a topic that most people probably aren't going to research on their own.
No, you wouldn't,
But
because you
it's
wouldn't
like,
want to go
oh,
down this rabbit hole.
yeah.
But you're like, this all comes together.
It kind of makes you critically think about like what businesses you shop at and like what they're trying to get out of you.
What they're trying to tell
do
you
you
about
have
them.
do you have purple businesses written
Purple
down?
business. So you said Taco Bell,
Well, yeah, because that's
Right?
my go-to.
Yahoo,
That's still a business.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
you later, Yahoo.
yeah, Cadbury.
Oh, Cadbury.
Oh.
I think is probably trying to portray wealth,
yep,
like
yep,
it's
yep,
A luxury
a
experience.
yeah, mhm.
Bark, 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 bark,
Curves.
bark. Curves.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
for
was
fat
that like-
chicks.
I was going to say that's the weight loss, or is that clothing?
No,
That's
it's
weight loss.
Oh, weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you mentioned FedEx,
Yes.
and the last one I have is Hallmark.
Hallmark's purple.
Yes.
Hallmark's purple.
I have one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Crown Royal, baby.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
So that's definitely like
Luxury.
royalty. It's
Yeah.
Crown
Yes.
Royal, right?
Is there another restaurant that does purple?
I can't imagine.
I'm sitting here trying to think of a purple.
Because IHOP is blue.
Yeah, IHOP is
Domino's
blue.
is blue.
Yes.
Papa John's is green.
Yep. Yep. And they all have hints of red in them too. Everything that you've
Yeah.
already called out too.
Costco's blue and red. Albertsons is blue. Hagen's green. Safeway's red. Walmart's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, purple's not common.
No, in a logo, and I think it should. So actually,
Well, and I hate to say it, but I'm sorry, I don't mean
No.
to cut you off.
Yeah, fine.
I feel like a lot of people would associate purple with being more feminine.
Well, and that's the thing with
Sure.
purple is, and kind of with the other colors too, but it depends on the shade too.
Right.
Yes.
Light purple is very much like feminine and
Right,
kiddish,
right.
but deep purple,
Like
is
royal
very
purple.
like manly and like
you know what I think? I wonder if a bunch of social services use purple.
Maybe.
That feels like it's in that same realm, possibly.
maybe.
Also, I notice a lot of guys in the retro scene, they use purple in
Interesting.
like their retro purple backgrounds. It's like a purple grid, or it's like purple pixels, or something like that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I've seen a lot of purple.
power, wisdom, creativity, those could all be
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
what they're trying to show.
Well, I think the right shade of purple can be very retro.
Yeah.
Especially like that grape purple.
Yep, yeah.
It's like very 90s.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And I know it means nothing, but like in hair, I do purple more than I do anything else.
Interesting. Just
Like-
because it's, like you said, rare.
If I'm doing
Yeah.
a fashion color, like 6 times out of 10, I'm doing purple.
That's
believe
funny
it.
that it's rare, but it's the most common one you do.
I think it just it makes
Yeah.
like it's not as obtruse as like yellow, but it still
Sure.
makes a statement.
Well, and that's usually what I tell people if they're thinking about like, oh, I've always wanted to put color in my hair. I'm like, do purple.
Yeah.
Right.
It's easy to remove for me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and it's darker. It's darker.
It's slightly
yeah.
darker,
Yeah.
but also it's one where people feel more comfortable.
There's less contrast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hair's blue. His hair's blue. Couldn't
So I
handle
actually missed this on blue, but fun fact, blue is the last color that humans could see.
it. You mean like in our
We
development?
Didn't see blue until modern times.
Wow.
It was not part of our spectrum.
Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Well, think about it. Aside from the sky
Yeah.
And the water.
and the water, but even the water's not really blue.
It's a result of the sky.
No,
Yeah.
I mean we see it in maps and we see it on whatever. But if you're traveling the ocean and stuff like that, it's green.
Sure.
You look down in the water and it's like a green hue. It's not blue. It's very rare that it's blue unless you're in like
Yeah.
The tropics.
a tropical place where it's even then you'd probably look more
It's
clear,
clear, yeah.
than blue. But with that, let's say like hunter gatherer phase, we're in the forest, browns, greens,
Right. How much blue are
yellows.
you
You're
Probably
not seeing
not
a
a lot of
navy blue.
right? And no
Yeah.
animals blue.
Right.
There's no Sonic the Hedgehog running past you. In
Some
there.
have blue tones or blue feathers.
Sure, like
Yeah.
maybe a peacock.
Well, but there are some like more
Birds.
tropical birds that
Yeah.
have blue. But
Is that to say that they're not seeing purple though?
That's what I'm curious what exactly we were seeing.
Right.
Yeah, it was blue because it's not like blue didn't exist. Like people
Right.
have blue eyes.
Right.
Like,
Yes. So you're right. Yeah. Maybe their mind was playing with them a little bit. And
yeah.
it
So
looked
I'd be
more-
curious to research that a little bit more because
Yeah.
there wasn't any. I didn't go any further into it.
well, and you
but-
know, and as a society, like we are able to create different hues and shades of the certain colors.
Mm-hmm.
It expands what our eyes can process. Like, so before they maybe only had a couple variations on green or brown or whatever.
What I find interesting is that blue's a primary color.
yes.
So it's not even like in between colors.
Oh, yeah.
It literally
Right.
is a color.
Yeah, it's not a tertiary color. It is a primary color.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's a primary color for paint, not light. For pigment, not light. It's different. Light has different rules. It's crazy. Throw stuff into a prism and it starts to get weird. But like pigment, mixing that stuff together.
I was going to say,
is
I know
different.
for me and my job,
Yeah.
blue is a primary color.
Yep.
That's why I feel like I wonder if purple, because it's so rare in nature, if that's why it became identified
Luxury.
with wealth.
Oh, sure.
Because it
Yeah.
was not easy to come past. So if you had purple clothing, you were royalty because you could get access to it.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that's
Right?
fair.
Yeah.
Well, and I know that like it's very rare to have purple eyes, like amethyst colored eyes.
Is it real?
Sure.
It's
People
real.
do? Ooh.
But it's very rare.
That's
cool.
awesome.
It's
though.
more of a birth defect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, Elizabeth
Those
Taylor.
people need to procreate.
Yes, Elizabeth Taylor
Yeah, right.
had amethyst colored eyes. Like,
Cool.
it's supposed to be very rare.
Okay.
And so I can imagine that kind of tying into it of like special. And
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. People would be like, it's a mystical god.
yeah.
So is that everything?
No, I got more.
Oh, okay. Do you have another color?
I've got 4 more colors.
I was going to say we're missing 2 major
I
ones.
was gonna say
Yeah,
there's a
so-
couple. Yeah. Okay.
Next, I'm going to white.
Okay.
Yeah.
White can signify innocence, purity, new beginnings, and new ideas.
Okay. That makes sense.
But it can also be interpreted as cold and sterile.
Yeah.
sterile.
I mean,
Yeah.
hospitals, right? Like,
Yep.
Or imagine, have you ever walked into a room and the walls are all bright white?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm at the
I am-
doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
A laboratory.
So it can evoke balance, simplicity, cleanliness, but also emptiness and loneliness.
That's
Sure.
okay.
And white is really good at creating contrast. So obviously, like I said earlier, you can't have a logo that's just
Right,
white. You have
right.
to have some other color with it. So I don't have examples because there's a million logos that have white in them.
Yeah, because it would go with their like primary
Anything.
background color
Yeah,
and
it
then a
has
white
to.
lettering on top of it for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
So that's what white's good for. Then black it's
Sure.
also really good for creating contrast. It's really easy on the eyes.
Yep.
It can evoke elegance, sophistication, power, mystery, but also anger or sadness.
That makes sense too, because you
Right.
think of like maybe mourning or some stuff, but it's hard to have just a black logo. I would assume.
Well,
for
you
some
can have a
people.
black logo if the background's white,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. that
So I
makes-
do have a
yeah,
list of
that
black
makes sense.
logos.
Okay.
Nike was on that list.
Oh, sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Adidas.
it is.
Adidas,
Yeah. Adidas.
Puma, Apple, Sony.
I think of Apple as white, not
I
black.
think of
Right.
Apple as gray
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
because I think about a MacBook.
Wasn't a MacBook white?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
no,
they
no,
were
no.
gray.
You're talking about MacBook Pro.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never
Yeah.
owned one.
Yep. That's for the people
I think
that
of
wear
a
purple,
gray
Amanda.
computer. Yeah, those are for the purple people.
Yeah. But Apple tends to stay very black or white and then add a punch of color where they want to.
This is so dumb. I don't know why it's so funny, but we were hanging out at a family gathering and somebody was singing the Purple People Eater song,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, Purple Peter Eater,
He couldn't let it go.
and I laughed for about 20 minutes because they kept saying it during the song.
Wait, they thought that was the words?
It's a one-eyed, one-horned,
It's a 10-year-old.
flying purple Peter Eater.
Peter Eater. Got it.
Just like, watch out for the Peter Eater. All right, I'm sorry, so dumb. What were
So,
they talking about?
Other brands include Chanel, Prada, Gucci. So like elegance,
This is all
sophistication,
black.
black.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Which makes sense, like the sleek, like
Yeah.
feeling. If you buy something black or white, I guess I didn't touch on that either. Black means you're trying to exude that you're powerful, sexy, or mysterious.
That's
Okay.
why I wear black every day.
Right?
Sexy and mysterious.
And
I'm
white,
gothic.
white, you're trying to protrude youth and modernity
Okay,
and cleanliness.
white.
That's why I don't wear white.
Dude,
'Cause I'm not
nobody,
cleanly.
Nobody looks great in like all white. It's very rare. It's very rare.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Not for me.
So gray in between black and white.
I love
Yes.
gray. I use gray in a lot of design elements. all
And
the
that's
time.
exactly what this says.
Yeah.
It's complementary and it looks nice next to any color.
It really does.
But
yeah.
it is a straight up neutral.
I was
it
gonna
is
say,
nothing else.
I'm surprised it's not only like it's tech company related because
Well-
it remind or like military or stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It evokes intellect,
Mm-hmm.
impartiality, modesty, maturity, but also sadness or boredom.
Well, that makes sense. Silver alert.
Modernity.
Yeah, maturity is right
maturity.
there.
If you have a gray car, you're trying to be subtle and not stand out.
I was gonna say at one point everything was a gray car.
Yeah.
like
I
gray
hate
or
that I have a silver car. I hate it.
Because that's not your personality.
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. Like, I've never been someone who's like, I want to paint my car. But like when I bought this car, I was like, I'm going to paint this fucking car. Like, I hate it.
So brown. It's the last one.
Which
Wait,
we learned
what
something.
brands are gray?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't have a list.
Didn't know if you did.
I mean, because it's more of
Gray.
an accent color.
That's true. It's
Like,
a background.
Nobody's like, our main color is gray because
Yeah,
we want to
that's
show
fair.
you that we're neutral and boring.
Boring.
There's like silver companies, though, right?
Such as
Kids don't have maps. I don't know. What's a good silver? I don't know, like a platter company. You know what I mean?
You're thinking of silver platters.
I love lamp.
Get out.
So you didn't have any silver though.
No. Gray.
I would say
No.
gray. Sorry, I would say this.
It's on a different color.
This is a question then to our current listeners. Give us what companies or restaurants or whatever use gray.
sure.
I'm
I
curious.
feel like that list is going to be pretty dang small.
There's like one company that's ever done it.
Well, I mean, it makes sense if it's primarily a background color, like, and if it's meant to kind of blend in a little bit more, you're not going to want to make your brand name
That's true.
gray.
Yeah, you're not standing out.
Now there is silver or gray. I don't know why I'm stuck on silver for like sports teams and stuff though. They use that often.
Sure, but what are you trying to sell with a sports team?
Well, what did you say gray was for old people?
Neutral.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just neutral.
Yeah.
Like when the Raiders are like, yeah, we're black and gray or black and silver. What does it mean? It doesn't mean we're
it's a
old.
neutral. It means they have a color they like, and gray goes with it.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I was going
All
to say,
right.
if I think of Raiders, I
Yep.
think of black
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Well, and then what about Cowboys? Do you
They're
think
blue.
of blue?
I think of blue.
Blue and silver.
I mean, what do the cheerleaders wear? They wear like
Yeah.
blue with white. They don't even wear silver, do they? I don't
Lions.
Blue.
know. I think of blue.
What was that?
Poor
when-
gray.
What about when was Missy Elliott like in a
That was
big
black.
gray? Oh, okay.
It's like a trash bag.
I was going to say, you mean the inflatable trash bag outfit? That was black, girl.
Okay, brown.
Brown.
Okay. Brown, it means down to earth. It's for natural products.
That makes sense.
It evokes
Yes.
earthiness, nature, comfort, warmth, security.
I think I only know
Strength.
one. I only know one.
But also loneliness and isolation.
Brown is considered lonely as well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
So what's the one? UPS?
No, native.
I didn't even think of UPS.
Native's brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
M&Ms.
UPS
M&Ms.
own the brown. M&M's is
This
brown.
one I think is kind of all over the place with brands.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
I was gonna say
I've
that had
always
to be
wanted
there.
to go to a Cracker
Yeah.
Barrel. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
But then we also have.
Are you gonna
Apparently-
go though?
No.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, they have like a legit decor section
You just
in the
wanna
restaurant.
Say that.
Oh.
I know.
So on the other side is Louis Vuitton.
Oh. For
Oh.
brown.
yeah.
Weird.
Right?
Okay, I do think sometimes of brown though. Maybe not now, but like back when we were younger, like 90s and stuff. Like, wasn't brown like? Wasn't that like the high end people? Brown purses and coats and leather and
Leather.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff.
I think as
always
far as
felt
clothing
like from a
goes-
fashion.
As far as clothing goes, brown is a neutral.
Sure,
But there's also
yeah.
a spectrum of there. You can go camel. You can go like a dark brown.
Yeah.
Like a chocolate.
Right.
Like most like furniture, wood color is all brown.
Right.
So-
That's true. That's true.
I think it's pretty neutral.
Because it's wood.
yeah.
Wood.
Wood. You said you had another color?
Oh, silver.
Silver and gold.
Silver for if you want to buy something like if you have a silver car, you're trying to show that you're innovative and you're cutting edge. So it's like tech, like, you know,
Yeah.
futuristic.
Well,
So-
yeah. That
Why
makes
is
sense.
it then that most old people drive fucking silver cars?
Because
Because they're still hip.
So here's the thing too, that your color preferences can also be affected by your age. So
Oh, yeah.
young hip people are more likely to buy yellow because they want to show that they're happy and young and youthful.
Yeah.
While old people want to stay more neutral, so they tend to go towards the grays and like I don't want to stand out.
I feel like, sorry, if an older person does something and they want to like splash it up with a color, they do like wine color, like that
Yeah.
slightly darker red.
I know what you're talking about. Yep. That's like the go-to.
Mm-hmm.
We're going out tonight, honey. Well, you should probably pick one of your 17 wine-colored outfits.
I
Yeah.
like that color.
Well, you're getting
I'm
old.
not talking like cranberry or like garnet. I'm talking like that just
Like
slightly darker red.
Deep red purple.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm going to touch on this, but color can also be used for like chromotherapy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So obviously this isn't a marketing thing, but it can be used in like the health realm.
Yes.
Right? It's
Sure.
light therapy.
That makes sense.
Yes. Light therapy is real.
colorology.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of criticism on it because it's believed that color only has a very short-term effect.
Okay.
It doesn't last with you. But here's what the different colors do. So red can stimulate your body and mind and increase your circulation.
Okay.
Yellow can stimulate your nerves and purify the body.
Okay.
Orange
Okay.
can heal the lungs and increase your energy levels.
Okay.
Okay.
Blue can soothe illnesses, treat pain, and like we talked about earlier, it can lower your blood pressure.
Right.
And then indigo can alleviate skin problems.
Oh, that's why I like the GameCube.
So you can also think about these colors when you're like painting your walls, decorating your house. Like, what do you want to feel when you're in a
You'd
room?
be so mad if you walked into the house and I was like, I'm just feeling like indigo, babe. And I
would be
covered
like,
all the
oh
walls.
my
like,
God.
Yeah.
So, but in what room do you want like?
The bathroom.
It's like in the
Oh.
in the bedroom, like we normally pick
Yeah.
blues and greens because they're calming.
See, I
like,
always thought it was really weird in the bathroom to do yellow.
Yeah.
I always felt that was
Yeah.
a gross color to put into a bathroom.
Yeah.
That was just me.
I don't think you want yellow in any room.
Or be me when you're young and pick out bright orange for your bedroom. Mistake.
We did the same thing for our office.
Yeah. I will
We
tell
did
you.
for our guest room, yeah.
I will tell you that
It's a friendly color.
in the skincare world.
Yeah.
There are like masks that like are electric, like they have light therapy, and red is used a lot too. Like people who had like micro resurfacing, where they're like they have like basically like big open scab things on their face.
Yeah.
LED light therapy is used a lot to help heal it faster.
seen that. Is that like the little dots and it's like
Kind of, but basically, like once they do that, now they're healing. They'll do the light therapy to try and like increase circulation so it heals faster, and like,
Right.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how much I believe it,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt anything,
Right.
Yeah.
but like it is. I mean, I think everybody knows like there are certain colors that make you happy, or certain colors that make you feel
Yeah.
good, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think a lot about politicians' ties.
Oh.
I think a lot about that.
Sure.
Like
yeah.
if they want to come off as like talking to people and being understanding, there's a lot of blue. But then if they want to come off as more like serious and stern, it's a lot of red.
Yep.
That's what I. Those are the. That's
and if
what I
they want to
think
come off as a wizard, purple tie.
Purple tie, baby.
My dad usually often wore purple.
See, because your dad's a wizard.
Wizard.
Gandalf.
Gandalf the purple.
Purple. Nice.
That's all.
Cool.
That's all. Dude, that was some in-depth, fun research. And I
Right?
think if anybody actually gave this episode a shot, you would have learned something.
I think it makes you think more about your environment and what it does to you, which is your brain without even realizing it.
I think
So-
another. Sorry.
No.
Another thing that it would be hard to do over like just us talking is
Yeah.
like the brands that have like messages in their logos. Like the Amazon has like the thing from A to Z.
Yeah, right.
And like FedEx has the arrow in their logo, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I always find that stuff really fascinating.
yeah, either color, negative space, or like fun design choices.
Yeah.
So I do have a question, and I know that we're getting towards the end here, but do you think that people choose their partners because of it too? Hair color, eye color. Like, do you think you would go and you're on a date and somebody with blue eyes, you're like,
I don't think there's
this person's reliable.
I don't think there's a large enough spectrum, but you might do it based on like what color their clothes are.
Yeah.
Like what color their car is,
Right.
like what they're trying to portray
Sure.
to you.
That makes sense.
Like
Socially.
if you just want a wallflower, you're probably not going to go for the guy with the red car,
Yeah, that's true.
you know?
And he like gets out and says bro a lot.
I mean, sure.
Gross.
Hey, brah.
Gross.
Hey, brah.
If I went on a date with a dude and he walked in and was like, "Hey, bro," I'd be like, "Ooh,
Hey,
Bye, brah.
Hey, brah, you
Gotta
want to get into my
go.
car? And then he looks at a man. He's like, but I also have $100,000 that I can just give you. She'd be like, show me where that car is.
wait, I'm shallow all of a sudden."
No, I'm just saying I would not say no to $100,000.
I mean, how long do I have to date him to get the $100,000?
Let's just say one date.
Oh, he's done.
Okay.
Who would? Come on, who would?
wouldn't? Ashley, thank you.
Yeah.
So much for
That's
that.
fun.
Yeah, this was
I
fun.
liked this one. I liked researching.
Awesome,
I
guys.
like that we're all wearing different colors during this.
Oh yeah, I'm blue. I'm reliable.
I'm green.
What was that again? Money.
Yeah.
I'm money.
My
And Amanda's like, I'm gothic.
name is Ruthie, and I like gothic.
Okay. So, guys, hit us up on our page for the question of gray because we didn't figure out any restaurants or businesses that used gray primarily, right?
Yeah.
Amanda, where can people do that at?
Check out our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast, and we will put up probably something on our stories where you can tell us what logos are gray.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
POOL.
Pool it up.
No. I said OO. Sorry.
Welcome
Annie
to another
winked.
episode of
Annie winked, so
doesn't
we didn't know what
how
that
to
meant.
read.
Pool.
Why'd you have to spell it? Like what?
I don't know.
And Andy just blinked with both eyes.
She said.
Don't you always blink with both
Well,
eyes?
first there's pull it up,
wink.
and it was pull it up.
Oh, so you're trying to say POLL instead of PULL.
I was, and I spelled it too fast, and I said OO, and then Amanda called me out on it.
And the rest is history.
Yep, I'm going to change my shirt to a dumb color. Okay.
Yep.
Guys, thanks so much for listening to the Real Awkward Podcast. Check us out wherever you have time. I meant whenever you have time. I screwed that up.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.